So one of my clients had a situation to where they were given a recommendation to do something. Of course, the individual didn't know that they were already working with myself, but they were kind of confused as to why someone would tell them to do something that is not a risk to them. They told them, don't bend down or don't bend over. And, after really getting the details, the conclusion I came to based on the information they gave me was that oftentimes, and this is what it reminded me of, is that we'll have a recommendation for certain groups. And don't get me wrong, when I'm training, one of my most important or one of my priorities is to make sure that there is safe progression. But the goal is always to progress, not to stay where you're at. And so I always consider everything that's taken place with the individual, their rest, their recovery, their stress levels for sure, what they've done in the past, their mental capabilities, their ability to be able to carry something out. I mean, we might have a goal to do something, but if we don't have the discipline or we have the belief in ourselves that our body can do it, then we can't go forward, because then we're moving forward in a, remember, the priority is safe and effective. So that's my goal. So just to put that out there first. But what I wanted to say is that don't limit yourself based on your age. Don't assume, sometimes we'll get recommendations from doctors. They'll just say, take it easy. That means sit down the majority of the time. Don't move too much. We don't want you to, lose your balance or, get dizzy or anything like that, versus looking at the root cause. And with so many of my issues, their clients, their issue is not the fact that their body can't improve their balance. It's the fact that they haven't been moving. And it's the fact that they're also taking medications that are causing the dizziness, that are causing the weakness in the bones. And so I want to encourage you, always go towards the root. Find out what it is that your body is missing and start to supply that to your body in increments that are going to be safe and effective. And that's it, safe at the right progression, but also effective. Go with the things that are safe, start there, but then also have the idea and the intention to actually get stronger. I see so many of these classes that are senior classes, and these women are using 3-pound weights and 5-pound weights to do leg exercises. Like the leg muscles are stronger. There's a difference between doing a shoulder exercise, which typically takes a lighter weight overall. But if you're doing bicep curls with 3-pound weights, I don't know anybody that doesn't lift anything heavier than 3 pounds. So it's not enough stress on the muscle to help them to stay conditioned. And so individuals will be taking classes that are not helping them to even maintain their strength. They're just taking a class to say that they're taking a class. And don't get me wrong, any movement is better than nothing. However, if you're going to put effort into it, one of the issues is that it's this false sense of security that they're doing what they need to do in order to stay healthy. And that's the issue. There's no follow through with, okay, well, this is what this medication is doing to you. This is the response. It's just this general blanket of go to a senior class, use 3-pound weights, do, just go through the ranges of motion that you can go through and stay there. No, go through the ranges of motion that you can go through today, but it's up to the professional or whoever you're working with to progress you. There's no blanket amount of weight for everybody in the same age group. It doesn't matter if that's a 3-year-old all the way up into a 93-year-old. There's no blanket program for everybody. And so you all be encouraged and understand that you don't have to be held back just because you're over the age of 60. You don't have to fall into a certain category because I'm around that age. No, don't accept those limitations. Don't accept those mental bondages. I don't even care what diagnosis you've been given from the doctor. The fact of the matter is that God designed our bodies to regenerate themselves. And so they have that capability naturally. And if we really pay attention to them and understood what they were trying to communicate to, and we'd see that they're trying to continue with this process of regeneration, but they only have what they've been working with, what they've been given to work with. Okay, so don't hold yourself back, you all. And when you go to get a professional, find someone who's going to start off at where you're at, but not going to keep you where you're at. Have you do movements that are actually going to improve the function of your body. If your arm is supposed to perform a circumduction, then what are the exercises that you're doing so that you can keep that flexibility, that range of motion? Not just saying, oh, you have that pain, or oh, that's where you can do it today, therefore let's just come make a routine that'll just keep you comfortable. No, let's progress and make a routine, including the nutrition, including the recovery, including looking at the medications the person is taking and seeing where we can start to get their body healthy while they're taking that medication so that they can come off of the medication and not get the negative side effects. Okay, you also get an individualized program. And also, you all, if you're looking for more information in regards to, I talk a lot about nutrients, in regards to the nutrients that your body needs. You want to find out about those foundational elements before you start going to medications and surgeries and chemical processes. Give your body what it needs first. And a lot of times you will alleviate so many issues without having to go to something more severe. Okay, and so what I did was I put together an ebook, nutritional ebook, Nourish to Flourish, and this is really explaining and giving you those foundational elements or foundational understanding of that correlation between your body, what it's trying to tell you, if you're at a deficit, so on and so forth, and then also some other bonus therapeutics that I put in there that have been shown to be extremely beneficial for those of you that are experiencing any sort of medical issues. A lot of the medications, the statins, high blood pressure medications, these things are actually causing a deficit in nutrients. And the result of that, the responses that you're getting are because of that depletion. And so when we get later on in years, we just kind of accept these things, that that's the way it has to go. You have to stay on this medication because of your age, so on and so forth, and then just accelerate your deterioration and be uncomfortable until you leave this earth. It doesn't have to be that way. And there's plenty of examples of people out there who are now living healthy, living in the optimal health within their body. Later on in their years, 80, 95, 100. And so this is possible, you all. So go ahead and grab that ebook. I will put the link down below. Learn about these particular things that can help your body to really strengthen yourself. And you all, you can be excited because there are so many other things, even things that are out there that you haven't even heard about yet, that God already put in the earth. These therapeutics, these simple things that don't have negative side effects, but positive side effects, and that can really help you to just feel better and really live out this life that God put together for you. Okay. All right, you all. So thank you for listening. I'll talk to you all later, and you have a blessed day.